What's up guys, Black Rose Duelist here, and today I'm going to make a video talking about the new format. I think there's a lot of hype and excitement towards this new format since a lot of things are going to change. Monarch, the overwhelming #1 deck, I would say, towards the last month, I would say Monarch is the pretty overwhelming #1 deck. It's definitely going down, and so is PK Fire and Monarch PK Fire and Cosmo to an extent, and then also obviously Pendulum Magicians completely just annihilated. I didn't expect it, but I want to talk about Burning Abyss and the future of Burning Abyss. For the next few days, you're probably going to see a lot of discussions and maybe deck profiles and stuff towards this new format because it's pretty exciting. Anytime a new format comes around, a new ban list, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is exciting at least for a few weeks or months. Even if the format's bad, it's still exciting to get a new format. And I don't think this format's going to be bad. I think it's going to be pretty good. A lot better than last format. I'm expecting lots of Blue Eyes and Burning Abyss and Cosmo still. So yeah, I want to talk about Burning Abyss this video. I don't want to make it a huge video because Burning Abyss is obviously, it's been around for a while now. It's 2 years now, right? So, I don't think Burning Abyss is going to die for a long time. I think even though it's 2 years into its run, and it's been a top deck ever since its release, I don't think it's going to be irrelevant or a bad deck for at least another 2 years. Now, I'm expecting a bigger hit in March, maybe more towards the Phantom Knight side, but the deck will still be big. I think next September, so let's say this next ban list in March, are going to be having a hit for one of the boots or the cape or whatever. One of them go to 1, and then another Burning Abyss goes to 2 or 1. The deck will still be good. It still will have rank 3 spam. It'll have the speedroids. It's good for this format and another format, I would say. Then the problem is they're going to get Dante. Now, is Dante going to get limited to 1 or is it going to get banned is what's going to really determine the future of this deck. I think if it gets limited to 1, the deck is still in great shape. People will run more cards like maybe they'll play Tour Guide. What's the one the Tour Guide that sends, when it's sent to the graveyard, it sends a monster from the graveyard back to the deck? I see people possibly playing that because it's searchable. I see people using a Lightswarm engine for a while. The Lightswarm is what really I think will give this deck the most legs to the future. Once the Burning Abyss milling engine being Dante and that stuff gets hit, whether Dante be hit to 1 or 0. I'm predicting one list Dante gets limited to 1, and once they see the deck is still playable, they'll ban it. So that's why I think it's going to last 2 years. Once Dante gets banned, I think would be the start of the end for the deck. But I don't think it'd be dead even when Dante gets banned. I'm saying that like it's for sure thing. I think as long as Dante's around and there's still half of the deck still in existence, the deck will still be around. Once Dante's banned and let's say Skarm is at 1, Skarm, Seer are at 1, that's when I see problems for the deck. But I can't see that happening at least a year from now. And once Dante does get banned or limited to 1, you have the Lightsworn engine to mill out your deck in place of Dante. I mean, Dante sends 3 to the graveyard, okay? What does basically every other Lightsworn do? At the end phase, it mills 3. What does Charge the Light Brigade do? It sends 3 to the top, from the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and it searches a Lightsworn. You then will add the Lumina and all those cards, and I really don't think it's going to die soon. You can play more rank 3s, you can add more of the Speedroid engine. There's a new Speedroid level 3, I think. It's the Radish Horse or whatever. Once that comes out, it's only going to help the deck. So I really don't think the deck is going to be dead for at least a year and a half to 2 years. Because it's going to be alive this format. It's going to be one of the top decks, if not the best deck, for the next 4 or 5 months. The next list comes around, Dante, say, gets limited to one or another card gets hit, the PK Fire engine, the Speedroid engine, it's still going to be around. And then, let's say a year from now, once it gets its big hit, you then add the Lightstorm or other engines to the deck. Who knows, you could even add things like Insectors or Windups as rank 3 engines. The deck will still be able to function. So, I really do not think this deck is going to be dead for this time in 2018, which sounds really far away, but I don't think Burning Abyss will be relevant at least for one more year. Because they're not going to ban Dante, ban Sir, ban Skarm in the same list, obviously. And as long as they don't do that, the deck is fine. So I wouldn't... if you are a Burning Abyss player or want to invest in Burning Abyss and are kind of getting freaked out by this list, I would say don't be, because the deck will still it is going to be good for a while, unless like the set after the Invasion of Venom or whatever comes out, and it's like a complete deck like Dragon Ruler and Spellbook come out of nowhere and it dominates the format. Then maybe the deck won't be relevant in that format. But I don't see that happening. I really do think this deck is going to stay a while. So I want you to comment down below, what do you think about this deck? I don't think there is a clear card to hit to ruin the deck. I don't think there's 2 cards you could remove from the deck to make it bad. Even, like, you have the Burning... Like, they got so fast because of PK Fire and the... Speedroids, that they stopped playing the Burning Lake. They can play Burning Lake again and it wouldn't be an issue. Like, that's another thing they can add. They can add more of the Burning Abyss that aren't great, but there's still Burning Abyss monsters that can replace the ones that get removed. So, they can play the Synchro version, they can play the Ritual version, they can play the Fusion version. Even though that those versions aren't as good, there's still options for when the deck gets hit, and they're still good. Just not as good as they are right now. So I really do not think they're going to be dead for a while. So if you want to invest in Burning Abyss still, I don't think that's a bad investment. I wouldn't buy 3 secret rare Dantes. I'd buy maybe 2 or 1 secret rares, then the reprint of the other maybe. I don't know. I don't think the deck is going to be bad for a while. It's still going to be good for a long time. So, thanks for watching. Comment down below, what do you think about Burning Abyss in this format and where it's going to be in the future? Because unlike Cosmo or Blue Eyes or Monarch, there's clear cards in those decks that if you remove, they won't be as good. With Burning Abyss, if you remove a card or 2, the deck it's very versatile, and I've been saying this ever since it first came out. Cosmo, you ban or limit the town, and I don't think it'd be a good deck anymore. I think it'd be a good tier 2 deck, tier 3. I doubt if they banned the field spell in this format, I don't think it'd even be more than one in the top 32 ever. Blue Eyes, if you ban the Sage and, or limit the Sage maybe, and, I mean, they never limit Blue Eyes White Dragon. Limit alternate dragon, the deck would not be nearly as good. Monarchs, obviously, they limited a lot of things, and the deck's not going to be as good. So, yeah, I don't see the same thing with Burning Abyss. I see limiting Skarm would hurt the deck, but it wouldn't kill the deck. I see limiting Dante would hurt the deck, but in no way, shape, or form kill the deck like with these other decks. They've done multiple hits onto Burning Abyss, but most of them have been a swing and a miss. So, yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Goodbye.